New York City is perhaps the most visited city in the United States and is home to Broadway, Central Park, Times Square, the Statue of Liberty, and so many other iconic landmarks. As soon as you land in the Big Apple, you'll be met with honking cars, steaming subways, and lots of people. There's so much to tackle in the city, but here are 10 things not to miss if you want a truly memorable New York City experience. Number 1. Plan for some good food and restaurants. For breakfast, head to Liberty Bagels. New York is home to some of the best bagels around, and Liberty Bagels features tasty, hand-rolled, kettle-boiled bagels, all of which are homemade to perfection. For lunch, grab a bite in Chinatown. Head to Mott Street, which is the heart of Chinatown. It's lined with Chinese restaurants and shops, and embellished with lanterns overhead that come to life once the skies get dark. Wo Hop and Hop Lee are two favorite restaurants with all of the familiar staples. For dinner, consider Ellen's Stardust Diner. This diner has an incredible waitstaff of singers and dancers. The servers are aspiring and veteran Broadway performers, and they sing songs as they serve you American diner food in uniforms straight out of the 1950s. Finally, it's time for cheesecake. So head on over to Junior's. It is classic New York City cheesecake, and it's a seriously big piece, so make sure to save room for this iconic dessert. Number 2. Explore Central Park. You can explore Central Park in many different ways. If you are on foot, make a quick stop at Whole Foods to pack a picnic, and then relax in the park on the Great Lawn, near the Belvedere Castle or Bow Bridge. After your picnic, take out one of the rowboats to finish off your afternoon. If you don't feel like walking, you can rent a bike, do a guided bike tour, or even do a horse and carriage ride to see other park highlights like Strawberry Fields, Bethesda Terrace, mini movie filming locations, and of course the pond. Number 3. Head to the top of the Rock. While the Empire State Building may be the obvious choice for New York City observation decks, you should consider opting for the Top of the Rock instead. Top of the Rock is the observation deck at Rockefeller Center. It is the only observation deck in New York City to deliver a close-up view of Central Park and a clear view of the Empire State Building. If you head up to the 70th floor an hour before sunset, you get a beautiful 360-degree view of Manhattan, plus a big city sunset over the Hudson River. You'll also get to watch the lights come on in the city windows. Number 4. Tour Greenwich Village. No trip to New York City is complete without spending some time in Greenwich Village. Take a walking tour, admire the architecture, grab a peek of the Friends apartment building, walk along Bleecker Street to explore restaurants, cafes, live music, and shopping. Make a pit stop at Molly's Cupcakes for an espresso and a sweet treat after you explore. As you stroll these village streets, know that you're walking in the footsteps of Edgar Allan Poe, Eleanor Roosevelt, Bob Dylan, Robert De Niro, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. Countless celebrities have lived in this hip area of the city. Number 5. Visit the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. One of the most iconic sites in New York is the Statue of Liberty. You can hop on a round-trip ferry service with stops at Liberty Island and Ellis Island. The Statue of Liberty is spectacular to see up close, but the real highlight of this combo experience is Ellis Island. This is where you can learn about the immigrant experience, see a stunning collection of artifacts, and maybe even find your family name on the registry to discover your personal connection to Ellis Island. Number 6. Visit the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Visit the somber yet beautiful memorial, and then take in the view from the Freedom Tower. On the elevator ride up, you can see pictures of the historical development of the city and how it's changed over the years. To get a deeper understanding of 9/11 and the events that unfolded, be sure to visit the museum. It's home to moving exhibits that illuminate the scope and significance of the tragedy, and the experience is one you will never forget. Number 7. Go to Times Square. Every trip to New York City should include a stop in Times Square. Times Square is filled with bright lights, street artists, dancers, and flashing billboards. It's a scene that you're familiar with because of movies and TV, but a visit to Times Square will help you see why New York is called the city that never sleeps. Be prepared for heavy crowds, traffic congestion, and costumed characters who are happy to pose with you for photos, but be prepared to pay them. You can also visit Hershey's, M&M World, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Madame Tussauds, or the Disney Store. Just walking through Times Square is an experience, so stop for a moment and take it all in. Then go check out other things New York City has to offer. Number 8. Chelsea Market and the High Line. Chelsea Market is a gorgeous covered market filled with delicious places to eat and great stores to shop at. The building was actually a factory, owned and operated by the National Biscuit Company, known as Nabisco. In fact, this is where Oreos were invented. If you're a serious foodie, don't miss out. Combine your trip to Chelsea Market with a visit to the High Line. The High Line was originally a train line, but has been transformed into a beautifully landscaped, elevated park. The High Line has fantastic views of the city, plus some excellent street art along the way. Number 9. Visit an art museum. The museums in New York are awesome places to experience the city's world-renowned culture and art. Visit the Metropolitan Museum of Art to see a broad range of pieces from ancient Egypt, medieval art, European art, modern art, and more. The Met boasts over 5,000 years of art, where you can explore the museum's ever-changing exhibits. You can also visit the Museum of Modern Art to see more modern and contemporary art. You can view their impressive collection that includes works by Picasso, Monet, Van Gogh, Pollock, and Warhol. Number 10. Catch a Broadway show. A visit to New York City should definitely include taking in at least one Broadway show. Broadway is the bright beating heart of New York City's performing arts scene. The Theater District offers dozens of historic venues that host new musicals, long-running hits, and fascinating classics every night of the week. Shows like Wicked, Hamilton, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, The Lion King, and Chicago are some of the best shows to catch. There are so many things to do in New York City, but visiting the places on this list will make for a complete trip. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist, and then visit the channel to search the Recollection Road Library. As always, thank you so much for watching.